South Louisiana, baby, that's what we out here for.
What's happening, YouTube? Bill, Pure Cajun Outdoors. Got a little public service announcement I'm gonna make today for y'all. This is gonna be a little bit different video. We got this real problem that's popping up on my end of the parish, or my end of the state. I know in several other places around the state of Louisiana, they've been battling with this issue for some time now. That's how I even knew about them to begin with, was reading about them in the hunting pamphlets and fishing pamphlets. If you see these things, they're a problem. I had never seen none myself out in the wild, out in the swamps. As much as I'm in the swamps, I still had never seen them until this year. This year, not only did I see the eggs for the first time, and I caught my first one for the first time, about a month and a half later, or maybe just a month, I ended up catching my next 3, almost in the same spot, trying to catch bait for fishing. We happened to go frogging when the season opened up at June 1st. This place where we went, been frogging back here for a few years now. When we got back there, the amount of eggs that I seen was ridiculous. It let me know there was a problem. Let me introduce y'all to this invasive species. If y'all see them, y'all need to get rid of them. Y'all check this out. All right, what we are looking at right here is an apple snail. The bottom cap of it, he's in there. I just caught these the other day in a cast net, right? While I was trying to catch some bait to go catch. It was the same location where I had previously caught the first one and seen my first eggs. Did contact Wildlife and Fisheries and let them know what I had seen. These things are super invasive. They come from South America. They're called apple snails. They're aquatic vegetation snails, so they eat lots of, and I don't mean just at a slow pace neither. They can devour aquatic vegetation at a pretty high rate. If you are a fisherman, if you're an outdoorsman, you know the problem that this can create when our native species doesn't have places for spawn that's in the grass for the smaller fish to eat and hide in and protect them, and other native species that rely on these plants to eat. Y'all may have seen the eggs before. The eggs look like almost chewed up pink bubble gum. It'll be on cut grass. It'll be on trees, out the water. Anything that's got a solid structure. If you see the eggs, that means there's snails in that area. Now, I had previously seen these in the book. I knew they was in several other places of the state. I had never once again witnessed them myself. Years and years I've been knowing about them. But until this year, it's my first time ever seeing any signs of them, and now I've done caught 4 of them in a matter of months. If you fancy yourself an outdoorsman, if you fancy yourself a conservationist, and you care about the environment and the native species, and you want to make sure that you keep this around, when y'all locate these eggs that are on trees, if you've never seen them in the area, first of all, if you're seeing signs of these things, whether or not it's the snail, whether or not it's the eggs on things, contact your local wildlife and fisheries. The biology department would like to know and document these things, especially when it's in areas they have not previously been seen in. First off, do that. Contact your wildlife and fisheries. Please let them know as an exact location as possible of where you've seen the signs, the snails themselves. Let them know that. Second of all, if it is the eggs that y'all are seeing, get a stick, get a paddle, get whatever it is you have with you, smash them. Just smash them, smear them, do whatever you have to do. Do not let these eggs hatch, okay? If you see the snail, remove the snail, smash it, crush it, throw them up on the bank, put them in a log or something where he cannot get back into the water. We do not want these things taking over our waterways, and unfortunately, in a lot of waterways in South Louisiana, they have already taken over, and they are not good. He's still in here. He's moving around. Now, y'all might notice that I'm handling these things with a glove. It's probably not that serious. However, apple snails are known to carry a parasite called, I believe, a rat lungworm. Some say these snails are edible, just like any other snail, but they do carry this parasite. I don't know what this parasite looks like or none of that, so I'm wearing gloves. I ain't taking no chances. Cause that's one of the biggest fears I have. I ain't scared of a whole lot but things I can't see, right? Once again, and there's some pretty big snail, and you know, I got pretty big hands, and this thing is almost the size of the palm of my hand. They big. So remove them if you can. Get them out of here. Now, what I'm gonna show y'all next is I already have the last one I caught. It's just something. It's just something if you feel like doing it. Let me set him down. For those of you who do crafts, your wife does crafts, you want to do something, you just want to collect them, whatever. When you collect them and you dry them out, this is the one I caught probably a month and a half ago. Big shells. They you can be crafty with them like any other seashell, snail shell, whatever it is. So I'm personally asking y'all, Pure Cajun Outdoor, if you see signs of these snails, remove the snails if possible, smash the eggs if possible, if nonetheless. Now, some of you may be saying, hey man, everybody knows about this. You don't need to make it. There's stuff in literature and everything else you can read. I would like to have believed that because I knew about them. But because you know about them, that doesn't mean the next person does. Because let me tell you something. Since I've been catching these things and showing them to people, there's a lot of people I know that's fishermen, that's been out here their whole life, has never seen them, have no idea what it is. Or they've seen the pink stuff on the trees, didn't know what it was, figured it was from a bird or some other animal, just simply didn't know. So remember, I'm just trying to bring a little awareness to try to keep our waterways clean, safe, and free of these invasive species. That's the last thing we want. We've seen other states and other places where these invasive species take over. You couldn't go down there and catch a native fish or a native species if it was to save your life. We want to avoid that at all costs here. Raising a little awareness, apple snails. Check them out, Google them, research them. Some of y'all may be down to cook them. They said they're real good. I ain't done it yet. Who knows? In the future, might be a catch, clean, and cook apple snail video. So, if you've had to deal with this problem before, drop a comment below if you've ever trapped them, if you know what they like to eat, what kind of trap to catch them with, because I'm open for ideas. I've kind of looked around. I haven't really found no definite answer. If you know what kind of trap to build, what type of food to bait them in with, what do they like to eat to bring them into a trap, drop a comment down below. If you've cooked them before, drop a comment down below and let me know how you cooked them, how did they taste. Check it out, apple snail. Pay attention, be vigilant. Pink bubble gum on trees, on plants. If it looks like that, pull up on it. It's probably apple snail eggs. Smash them. Look for them. You can see them floating sometimes, because if the water gets stagnant in the area, they want to move. They don't like the conditions. They will detach from the bottom and just float. You may think that that snail is dead and you won't pay no attention to it. Well, he's already dead. There's no need for me to mess with it. 9 out of 10 times that snail is still alive, and that snail is still inside that shell, and he's traveling to another body of water because he doesn't like the one he is currently in. So if you see him floating, still pick him up, put him in a net, do whatever you have to do. Keep him out the water for a while, let him dry out, smash him, crush him, whatever. Just remove them out the waterways, please. All right, Pure Cajun Outdoors, man. Y'all catch us on any social media, Facebook, Instagram. We are now active on TikTok. We got over 1 million views on there. Trying to get the followers up. That's a lot of more short content, clip, and live. I do a lot of live Q&As on there, so if y'all want to check that out, head on over. Pure Cajun Outdoors on all platforms. PureCajunOutdoors@gmail.com is where you can reach us. If you have any questions and you don't have any other social media platform to message us, email is always open. PureCajunOutdoors@gmail.com. Y'all stay tuned. Fishing is heating up. Catfish are still spawning, unfortunately, right now, but it's about to get real good. Y'all stay tuned and we gonna catch y'all on the next one.